I have to nurture this talent. I have to baby this talent. I have to take care of this talent. It was this weekend, and some friends came to visit, and we went to the ocean. We were kind of way up a hill. So they went down, I stayed in the van, and I was reading a book. And I got out about maybe 8 minutes later, and I went the other way, which turned out to be the wrong way. Got a little bit of a slant and a little more of a slant. So I thought that I would just jump over, just kind of leap over as I was running. And it wasn't a slant, it was a drop. There was a small blotch in my eye, and I thought that it will go away. Next thing I know, by the time it was taking over both my eyes. What I see is with my peripheral vision. My tunnel vision completely blanked out. Even though it's like this clear, glassy something, it's not clear to see through, it's clear to block. And like if I hold my hands up, I can see them on the side. If I put my hands in front of me, they're completely blank. I couldn't tell you anything. It's kind of funny, I tell people all I really wanted to do, get out of high school and get a job as a janitor. Get a job as a janitor, I wanted to get me an Oldsmobile, something like a 60 or 61 Oldsmobile. And get me a, girlfriend and make a baby, go to my mama's house on Thursdays and have dinner. It never happened. I would do oil pastels, and I would use watered down acrylics on top of that. And I would do these line drawings of these African masks on paper and sometimes, on canvas. Basically, it's an old phrase that came out in the 60s that said, black is beautiful and it's so beautiful to be black. So in other words, people were, had grabbed onto their identity, the cultural identity, and trying to find a beauty in themselves. Poor self-esteem, that's where I was, I got the door slammed in my face. Oh, you're probably blind. I'm sorry, no, we can't hire you. Oh man, that hit. People have come up to me like they get close and they might yell and I don't know who they are. I can't tell because of my blindness. Understanding of this is God-given talent, it managed to help me rise up out of that bed of thought of poor self-esteem. You may not look like that African sculpture, you may not look like that African mask, but you see there's some beauty in there, and there's some beauty in who you are. I'm taking the art to confront the ignorance, confront not feeling that you're a beautiful person. I never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing. Art exhibits from one end of the country to the other. The creative spirit, it can empower, cause people to move and inspire. So I'm on the same note, take this talent and encourage people in a world that is easy to be discouraged in, and take it and use it to try to reach or inspire others.